Welcome and hello everybody to episode 7 of my learning series of C++. Today we are looking into the last project into the chapter 1 in this book, and it's called Lost Fortune. It's just like a text game we create, or like it's called in the book, a personalized adventure. And yeah, let's start. At first we have to add something new. I could not figure out why you have to do that exactly, because I tried it before and it still worked. But what I know is for the include IO stream, this is a pre-processed command that it will be looked first before the compiler, and we have to do another for the string. So I think it's easier for the computer after that to process it, but I'm not sure, because I put include string away, and when I did the string it still worked. So it does something, but I don't know exactly what it does. But we still include it into the program at the end, and at the end we can experiment a little bit with it, and maybe we see why we use it or why it's there. But yeah, maybe. And for the next thing, we just add our using statement for everything. Here we use all four separate, because in this way you can see where you use all the shortcuts, and instead of using namespace std like this, when you add everything, everyone who looks at your program knows what is meant. And now we can start with the actual program. We start here with a constant, and we need this just for a number of gold pieces, because in the adventure we write in this example, we use this value to make a variable in the text later. As you can see here, down here, we have a little text, and then we use the gold pieces that we can implement this number into our code. And the value of this is 900, and we just use the same. We could change that, we can play around after it. And then we need other integers for how many adventurers, and then how many of them are killed at the end for the program, and the survivors, how many that survived. And then that's why we had to make this include string up here, because we have a string. It's a string because leader here is not a number. That's why we have a string. This is for letters, and then we can write leader. And now the story begins. I've already written this code here. It welcomes you to the Lost Fortune, and please enter the following for your personalized adventure. And like you can mention, it welcomes you here, and please enter the following personalized adventure. And then we start the actual thing that we continue the story. We have something new to print, and it is just enter a number, and this number you can basically choose, and then you will have that many adventurers, basically. And if you run the program now, you can see it will be as ever, and then enter a number, and we say, for example, 20, and then it continues, but we have no more. And for the visuals we can do something. We do here another \n, and here we make a double point and a skip or a space. Then if we run it, it looks a little better. Then we can write 20 and it runs very nicely. And now we have another variable here for the killed adventurers, and then we make a new one or we have it already, but we define the survivors, and the survivors, makes sense, is equal to the adventurers minus the killed. And at the end we have to enter our name, and when we have done it, we have all the variables, or the variables where we need, or the strings that we need for our story we want to tell. And then for the next part we just write the story and can use our variables to make the story or include them into the story, and you will see that directly after that. We can try this now if it works. And then here we say 20, and here we say just enter a number. We could also say how many will be killed, but it's just for the sake. And then we enter our name, Hans, and then program is finished already, because these values are not used yet. We just type them in, and that's what we do now. I've written the story from the book here now, and now as you can see we have all the valuables, adventurers, like we can enter here, like if we enter 20, 20 will be here, and our leader name and all the other variables. Just here we have a little thingy that calculates us the rest of division. That's just for the leader. He wants to share to every adventurer the gold, but he want to share it, and the rest, when it will not be divided equally, will be in his pocket. So everyone is happy at the end. And yeah, let's start a program. And as you can see, we can enter our number now, 20 let's say, and then we say 10, and our name is, like before, Hans. And then it prints the whole text. A brave group of 20 sets out on a quest in search of the lost treasure of the ancient dwarfs. The group was let's that legendary roach hunts. Along the way, a band of marauding ogres and so on. And then here our first valuable was here 20, then here the Hans is here. We have another Hans here, and then our 10 adventurer killed, and the survivors are 10, and then we have the gold pieces are 900 gold, and then we have we divide this by 10, so everyone gets 90 gold pieces, and Hunt held on to the extra 0 pieces to keep things fair, of course. This text makes no sense now because there is no extra, but it's okay. But now I want to try something because it can be also different if we enter 30 and here, for example, 40, and our name is Hans again. You can see we have a group of 30, and then we are suddenly a group of -10. And that we don't want that. But we can set the program up like that you don't get a number like that, and it's just for this example that we get this result, and it's all fine. Just to show how it works. Yeah. And with that, we end today's episode. I hope I see you in the next video, in the episode 8 of my C++ series. And yeah, bye.